Welcome to another Jedi Business video. My name is Chris B, and I'm here with another video in the Star Wars action figure animation series, which I started with the Kenner video just a few days ago, where I took some Kenner figures and had them animated, ran them through a website called myheritage.com, and now I'm going to do the same thing for the vintage collection. So I went to the website and I pulled up the vintage collection, sorted it by head sculpts, and I grabbed a few head sculpts and then uploaded them to the myheritagewebsite.com, ran it through the animation process there, downloaded the videos, and put them all together here for you guys to look at. And just on a side note, I have no financial ties to myheritage.com whatsoever. They're not sponsoring this video, and this is just for fun. So the first figure I want to take a look at is Cara Dune. Of course, everybody's been talking about Cara lately because Hasbro canceled these action figures. And here's a look at the vintage collection version. And what I like about this animation is that she seems to have a little bit of an attitude. And I dig that. I think this looks pretty good, actually. And then next up here is Jango Fett. He, I don't want to say he looks like a choir boy, but he does not look very menacing here. But yeah, pretty cute actually. And then we have Luke Skywalker, Dagobah landing. He's pretty serious looking. I was looking around, but I think the animation turned out beautifully. And yeah, this one here is Padme Amidala in Peasant disguise. Yeah, pretty creepy looking, I would say. Some of those figures, like you see here, are photoreal, right? So they still have the painted eyes. And I think in some cases this really works better than the photoreal face printing tech. This here is the Endor Rebel Soldier. Animation turned out really, really good, I think. And here we have Wedge Antilles from the vintage collection. I think this sculpt is about 10 years old now. I think this figure came out in 2011, 2012, something like that. And yeah, it looks really good. And then here's one of my favorite animations that I have here in this video, and that is Aura Singh. I think this could really be a person. I mean, look at this. It's pretty amazing. Now here is the ARC Trooper Commander. And what I find interesting about these animations is that sometimes you get a look at the side of the faces, right? I mean, in this case, we see the ears and everything, but the image that I uploaded didn't really have a good look at those ears. Or, you know, it's just those front shots. Here's the Cloud Car pilot. Here the algorithm struggled a little with the side of the images, so you can see it flickering here, but still a decent animation though. This is Commander Gree. He also looks pretty tame, pretty calm right now. And of course, this is Qui-Gon Jinn. Here it struggled with the hair in the back, and so it looks a little wobbly. But it's still a decent animation, though. And then next up is his Padawan Obi-Wan. And again, this is a really good animation, I think. They really nailed it. I mean, the way this figure looks around and the eye movement left and right, the slight tilt of the head. Now, this is Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. He looks like he's been through some stuff already. He's seen better times for sure. Yeah, and Echo right here. You can see the face printing tech, right, where it gives you this pixely look, but the website actually smoothed out some of those pixels, and it's flattened the skin somehow. And look at the logo on the bottom here and how distorted it is. And so it kind of distorts the image in order to get it animated, but it's really interesting. This is Han Bespin, by the way, and yeah, this looks pretty decent, I think. And then Luke Jedi, he almost looks a little feminine in this animation here. Maybe it's the pink lips that he's got. I don't know what it is, but This is not the feeling that I get when I look at the figure and, you know, hold it in my hands. So it's a different vibe that you get when it's animated. Din Djarin, of course, the Mandalorian. And then next up we have one of the best head sculpts in recent times, Moff Gideon. And even the animation, I mean, just look how amazing this looks. I mean, this really comes close to what the actor looks like and how he moved in the TV show. And then Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars. And this one here I find interesting because they took an animated character and came up with a realistic interpretation of this character. And so in this case now I took the realistic version and ran it through the algorithm so that it's animated. And I mean, when you look at the figure from the side, I mean, this looks like a real person to me, right? I mean, some of these figures look amazing. Now here is a look at Leia in her Bouche disguise. She doesn't look all that great, I would say. But it's still interesting to see the mouth open and the eyes blink, and pretty cool. Now this here is Rey from The Rise of Skywalker, and she's gone up in value quite a bit on the secondary market. And here we have a little Anakin from the vintage collection, and this looks like a little boy, doesn't it? I mean, this looks pretty amazing, I think. The hair and all, pretty outstanding. And then we have Palpatine with his stern look. And next up, Jocasta Nu, the Jedi Librarian. Now in this case, they were able to take the head. They kind of dismissed the needles that she's got stuck in her hair in the back to hold her hair together, but they were able to animate the head. So it's pretty cool. This here is the Royal Guard, the Emperor's Royal Guard, when you take the helmet off. So this looks pretty good. Again, you know, just like the Obi-Wan, you know, once you get a side angle, this looks amazing. And here is a fan favorite, of course, Starkiller from the Force Unleashed video game series. Hopefully we'll see a Black Series version sometime in the future. And this figure didn't turn out that well. And here you can see that the sculpt just wasn't quite there. I think this is Han, of course, from the Solo movie. It's not a... Yeah, I don't know what happened here with Jyn. I mean, Jyn Erso really needs a photoreal face printing update, I think. I mean, this really makes it clear, right? Yeah, this looks terrible. But Lando looks fantastic. I mean, the algorithm screwed up the hair, but the way the head tilts and moves and the animation, I think, is still pretty good. And the head sculpt is fantastic, I think. Here's an older figure without the photoreal face printing tech applied. I think this is the Kmart exclusive Imperial Officer from 2012. Pretty good animation. And here's one of my favorite, actually. My favorite animations, and that is Leia in her slave outfit. I mean, we could argue whether this actually looks like Carrie Fisher or not, but I think the animation turned out pretty well. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I think this was pretty fun to actually grab some of those vintage collection figures and have them animated and give them a life. And yeah, I think I'll do that also with the Black Series line next. So stay tuned for that video coming up in the coming days. And thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.